The Disney franchise Frozen snowballed back into our lives yet again with the official release of the Frozen 2 trailer. But just what can we expect in the sequel? Dive into these Frozen theories to get yourself and the kids ready for its November theatrical release. The first Frozen 2 teaser shows a girl in a forest looking back at a boy being lifted in the air. The kids could be Anna and Elsa's parents when they were younger, and it's worth noting that the forest resembles the setting of the very next scene featuring Anna, Elsa, and the gang from the teaser. Clint Gage of IGN theorized, "We might be getting a hint at the origins of the elemental powers similar to the ice abilities their daughter later possesses. Perhaps the journey to understand Elsa's powers ends at the place where her parents first uncovered these powers." Furthermore, in one trailer scene, a character who appears to be Anna and Elsa's mom looks at the Northern Lights. Nordic folklore views the Northern Lights as having weather-predicting powers, or even the power to whisk people away. So, in the forest flashback, could we actually be seeing the future queen using wind powers she perhaps got from the Northern Lights? Frozen 2 picks up 3 years after the first movie. A lot can change in 3 years. Perhaps a main character's dormant powers will finally emerge? If the theory about Anna and Elsa's mom having powers is true, then there's a solid chance Anna also has powers like her sister. Although co-director Chris Buck told HitFix that Anna's superpower is love, Rose Moore of Screen Rant brought up a great point about Anna's would-be powers. When the troll removed all magic, even the memory of it from Anna when she was a child, it somehow prevented Anna from realizing that she has powers at all. While wild theories run amok on Reddit regarding Anna having either fire or wind powers, Anna's fierceness is still evident based on what we've seen in the trailer regardless. Remember when Anna saved Kristoff from wolves and from falling off of a cliff? Well, in this next go-around, she leaps from a cave, falls down a waterfall, and swings Kristoff's sword at something in the forest. In the Frozen 2 trailer, Troll Paul B instructs Elsa to leave the safe confines of her childhood home and, quote, go north across the enchanted lands and into the unknown. This definitely indicates that the majority of the story will take place outside of Arendelle. Co-director and co-writer Jennifer Lee also confirmed this in a Variety interview. But where exactly is the group? The movie's IMDb description says they'll travel to an ancient autumn-bound forest. Could it be the enchanted forest from ABC's Once Upon a Time? Maybe. On the flip side, what if the group is actually in Arendelle and it's now overrun by a magically induced season, as Pop Sugar theorized? That plot point would certainly mirror Elsa's accidental eternal winter in the first movie. Now, this might be a stretch, but there's an interesting fan theory floating around that the Valley of the Living Rock Trolls aren't who they say they are. Well, they are still Kristoff's unofficial guardians, but they're allegedly loyal to a fault. Cracked explored this theory in an article noting, the trolls are creatures of immense power, but with little insight into human manners. Knowing the trolls have powers to erase and alter memories, this theory ponders what would happen if they used it to their advantage. Author Steve Wetherell writes, what have the trolls got against Hans? Nothing. He just gets in their way. They want the happy ending meant for him to go to their own human boy, Kristoff. The trolls are self-professed love experts. They know how to make things work in their favor. But when HitFix posed the trolls turned Hans bad theory, specifically Frozen's co-directors debunked it immediately, saying, quote, we gotta give Hans all the credit for what he did. Still, with the ominous tone Frozen 2 seems to be casting, this twist could potentially fit right in. Hans entered the Frozen universe as a handsome, kind, and charitable prince who became engaged to Anna, and then he left the movie a stone-cold villain banished from Arendelle indefinitely. Audiences did see a cameo of Hans in Frozen Fever, shoveling horse manure into a cart back in his Southern Isles homeland. But what's Hans up to now? Will our heroes have an impromptu reunion with him in the sequel? According to the movie's IMDb cast page and The Hollywood Reporter, Santino Fontana, the voice of Hans, is reprising his role. However, his return hasn't been mentioned in previews or teaser images. Good housekeeping suggests that maybe the filmmakers are trying to keep his appearance a secret. Perhaps Hans learned his lesson and won't ever attempt to usurp Nordic kingdoms, assassinate their queens, and break the hearts of doe-eyed women again. Maybe this sequel's even his redemption story, and he helps Elsa figure out her past. Since Frozen's release, fans have speculated a thematic connection between Elsa's upbringing and her potential homosexuality. One fan wrote in a lengthy comment on Daily Kos, "While they accept that Elsa was born with powers, the royal couple decides that it would be best to lock her in her room until she learns to control and conceal her ability. The many years that Elsa spent in her room, locked away from her sister and the rest of the kingdom, absolutely resembles the misery of the closet." Plus, as The Guardian notes, the song Let It Go has become a coming-out anthem for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people. Cosmopolitan UK reported that the LGBTQ+ fans have been rallying for Disney to make Elsa explicitly queer. They even started a petition and a #GiveElsaAGirlfriend campaign. After fans watched the Frozen 2 teaser with a new female character and heard the rumors that Evan Rachel Wood, who is openly bisexual, may join the cast, the Twitterverse revived the campaign, cheering on Elsa. Will we actually see Elsa fall in love in the sequel? That's a big maybe, but Idina Menzel, who voices Elsa, told Entertainment Tonight that she thinks the campaign is simply great. Since Frozen 2 takes place 3 years after the first movie, the relationship between Anna and Kristoff has likely grown even stronger since their first kiss. In Frozen Fever, Kristoff belted out his love for Anna in the last half of the short song, declaring, "I love you, baby," and "I do." Oh My Disney, Disney's official media site, wrote in regards to Kristoff's part in the song, "Is this a sign of things to come in Frozen 2? Is there a marriage in the works? Perhaps a royal baby on the way?" We don't have answers to any of these questions, but hey, it never hurts to speculate. Could a royal wedding be coming to Arendelle? Let's not forget that when ABC's Once Upon a Time dipped into Frozen territory, the couple's storyline picked up right after the first movie. The couple planned their wedding in the show, and they officially tied the knot in the mid-season finale. Could this wedding carry over into the sequel? We'll have to wait and see. Frozen 2 hits theaters on November 22nd. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more list videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.